I'm going to talk a little bit about alcohol, why people drink alcohol. Um, when you ask people why they drink alcohol, they give you a few reasons. Um, One reason is they think it tastes good. Another reason is because they like the way it makes them feel. And another reason is just explicitly, it's very explicitly just because they have a habit of it, you know. They they've done it in this situation before. Let's just keep going through the motions. Um, let's start with you think it tastes good. The first time you tried alcohol, you didn't say that. The first time you tried alcohol, you did not think it tastes good. Even if you had the most delicious alcoholic beverage, pick your favorite one you have right now. Now, if that was the first thing you ever tried, you would still say it was gross. And people agree alcohol is what they call an acquired taste. How do you acquire a taste? You acquire a taste by drinking it a lot. You have to try it, and then you have to try it again, and then you have to keep trying it, and eventually it starts tasting good. Eventually your body says, actually, I could get used to this. So if you just tried it the one time, you understand that it tastes bad. But if you keep going, you get fooled into thinking it tastes good. You acquire it. Your body's like, this is okay. But the first time, your gut reaction is disgust. You're like, this is disgusting. So why would you keep going after that? Why would you let yourself acquire the taste? Why would you keep trying something that tastes bad the first time? One reason is, and I think the most common reason is, and the only reason I can think of is because people encourage you to. It's normal to drink alcohol. Everyone does it. I bet all your friends do it. They do it in commercials, they do it in movies. Your family probably does it. It's just regular. Everyone does it. You might even have friends around you that are like, oh, you didn't like that one? Try this one. You know how you didn't like the way that alcohol tastes? Have more alcohol. See if it tastes better again the next time. Eventually, if you try enough things, you'll acquire the taste. You're pushed into it. Even if you feel like it's all your decision, everyone is affected by what's going on around them. You feel like, no, it was my decision. No one can influence me to do anything. I always make up my own mind. That's not true. Your mind, no matter who you are, is just the product of your genetics and your environment. There is nothing else to you. You aren't random. You aren't surprising. You aren't unique. Everything that makes up who you are is just a product of what's around you and what makes up your body. And what makes up your body is totally predictable. And what's around you is totally predictable. You are just a product. You are not capable of doing anything without the influence of other people. All you are is the influence of other people. You are the influence of what's around you. So no, you don't get to say you weren't influenced by your friends. You weren't influenced by the movies. Of course you were. Everyone is. That is what people are. We are just the products of the people that already exist. There's nothing new. You aren't new. Your opinions about alcohol aren't new. My opinions about alcohol aren't new. We are just the product of what's around us. We are influenced, and you can't pretend you're not influenced because there's nothing to you except influence. There's nothing to me except influence. So, you acquired the taste because you were influenced to keep drinking even though the first time it was bad. Another reason why you might drink is because you like the way it makes you feel. Why? Why do you like the way it makes you feel? I've drank. I know what it's like. I'm not making this up. I'm not even going on secondhand testimony. I have my own firsthand testimony. And also I have secondhand testimony. The way it makes you feel is You're unencumbered. Your inhibitions have gone away. You're not worried about things. You're confident. You're loose. Well, why were you inhibited in the first place? What are those inhibitions for? They exist for a reason. You have values, and your inhibitions reflect those values. They encourage you to stay within your values. Taking away your inhibitions is the exact same thing as taking away your values. No one is more of who they want to be, according to their own values, when they're unencumbered. That's not how it works. You always make decisions that you think are better when you aren't inebriated. Why would you choose to make worse decisions? Why would you actively decide to put yourself in that place where your decisions aren't as affected by your encumberments? Well, here's a good reason why. One reason is because your encumberments don't actually reflect your values. You have a bunch of things you're anxious about that you wish you weren't anxious about, that you don't think are fair. Say you think you're ugly. Say you think you want to work within a belief system that you don't believe in. You have all these anxieties about things that aren't well-founded. You have anxieties that you don't want and don't deserve, and drinking helps you tame those anxieties. Well, we have better ways of taming those anxieties than alcohol that don't make you make worse decisions. We have, therapy. And I'm in therapy. Most of my family's in therapy. All my closest friends are in therapy. Everyone's depressed. Everyone's anxious. Everyone needs help. This is regular. This is normal. Everyone needs help. So, to tame your anxieties, I suggest you get some help, because forming a habit out of drinking alcohol to tame those anxieties is self-destructive. You will be worse off choosing to medicate yourself with alcohol than to talk to a therapist about it. And be sure to tell your therapist about how you use alcohol to make you feel better. If drinking alcohol makes you feel better, please tell someone, because it shouldn't. Alcohol shouldn't make you feel better. So that's what I think about alcohol. It made me worse, and I know it makes you worse. And you don't have to be addicted for it to make you worse. And you don't have to be addicted for it to be something that you realize is just a way for you to cope. There are better ways for you to cope, and I want you to find them, because I care about you, and because you don't need it. And wanting it reflects poorly on you too. And I'm sorry, but I needed to tell you that.